Hello, my fabulous Scrappy friends. Thank you for joining me for day 22 of Scraptember and 30 days of scrapbook sketches, as well as joining me for the fabulous Kitaholic Kits and my design team layout. So this sketch that we are working with which is down in your bottom right hand corner, is of course been designed by the beautiful Laura Alberts, who is a collaborator on this 30-day challenge. So she is super talented. Not only does she create amazing things, layouts, she also knows how to create amazing sketches as well. So you can see that I have started my layout by creating a bit of a mixed media mess. I have got the Dinah Wakely spray that came in the mixed media kit this month in that beautiful peachy colour. I did go a little bit OTT with the amount that I poured onto my packaging, and the packaging technique didn't really work the way I'd initially intended. So I ended up just scrunching up the packet and just smushing it on anyway, and just getting that beautiful texture with the lights and the darks and the way it dries. You can really see the way the packaging has like scrunched against the page, and I think that adds a really nice touch. I then put some of the Jen Hatfield gold spray that we got in one of the kits quite a few months ago. It's beautiful. I love it. I put that on while the peach was still wet, and I did that on purpose because I really like the way it kind of bleeds and runs when it touches the wetness of something else. If you don't like that look, definitely wait until the peach has dried, or whichever base color you're using, before you put your splatters on. Now, the prompt for today is monochromatic, and I decided to roll with this peachy color, of course, as you can see, because there is such an abundance of it in this month's kit. Great idea in theory because there is so many supplies to use. Actually, for me, terrible idea because I don't really have any girly photos. I really struggled to find some photos that were a little bit girly to put onto this page. Now, I am not one to say I can't scrapbook boys with flowers and things like that, but this was not only floral heavy, but also quite pink and peach. So I thought that might be a little bit much for my boys. But in the end, I make it work. I do find some photos of myself that I can work with this. So at this point in time, while making this layout, I am following the sketch and just using my creativity, and I do not have any photos. I don't even have any in my mind that are going to work. I actually don't even think I have any photos at all at this point. I really have to go digging to find them. But I love the sketch and it was a lot of fun to work with. So make sure you check that description box down below. That will link you to, of course, Laura Alberts and Christy's page to check out our two main collaborators, but it'll also link you to our extra special guests for Scraptember today. So we are joined by the wonderful Angela Bartlett and also by Mally Art. So I definitely don't want you to miss out on those gorgeous special guests who are playing along on this day as well. They too will be probably following the sketch and the prompt. Remember that there are no rules in how Scraptember works. If you are normally following both but you don't feel like it on one day, then just don't. If you have been following one and not the other, that is still participating. You know what? If you're simply just creating and you're not really following anything, but we're motivating you to get creating, that's participating. This is what Scraptember is all about. We just want to help motivate you to use some supplies, to make some pages, and to just feel happy about scrapping. Hopefully, we are even just flooding your news feeds and your social medias with beautiful, beautiful layouts that just brings a joy to your page, to your face, to your life at the moment. That is what Scraptember is all about. We've got so many fabulous people joining in with us this year. I've been overwhelmed by the support that everyone has offered. It is just incredible. So I am playing around with my floral clusters at the moment, and I must say I had a lot of fun with these. I really loved using the floral pack that we got in the kit this month. So these are pre-cut floral ephemera, and just sort of playing around with how I want to layer those up. Take note of how I'm putting my foam because I don't have any photos yet. My photos will need to slide in and under the layers of my clusters. So I can't have my clusters stuck to that white mat because I won't be able to get my photo in. So I've definitely been conscious of where I'm placing the foam so that I know my photos will be able to slide up and under. I love all the extra like sprigs and things that are included in the kit, in the floral pack, so that you can make your flower clusters a little bit less perfect, which is what I'm looking for. You can see there that I just roughed up the edge of the white paper, and that was because I was feeling like my mixed media was a little bit messy in this layout, which is nice, but then all those floral clusters were so perfect and so so well formed and so evenly spaced and so symmetrical and all of that, that I found that the messy background just wasn't really, it didn't hold it all together. It wasn't really working. So I decided I would just make the white page a little bit messy too. And so I just did a little bit of distressing with my fingernail on the edge of the page, and I really think that made a huge difference to how this layout feels for me. It was also a little bit messy. Throwing those sprigs in are a little bit messy, and I think that really works to tie it all together. Now you can see I've flicked to another day. The lighting is completely different. I finally found some photos that work. We're on holiday in Bali, so I'm quite tanned. I'm almost peach, one would say. So that ties in well with the colours as well. I'm monochromatic in my photos as well. No, it was just a really nice photo of myself that worked in with the girly feel of the layout. I have labelled my layout Potato Head, which is a random name if you're not familiar with Bali, but it's quite a famous restaurant from over in Bali. And because the heading is black, which works really well with the sort of background of my photographs, I also decided to use some of the little extra pieces that came in the thicker sheet, like those little asterisks and the spots, to sort of act a little bit like enamel dots on the page. I'd also forgotten to include the little aspect up in this top corner here that is featured on the sketch, and I really liked it, so I wanted to throw that in and make sure I didn't miss it. But here we go. I am going to do a few more splatters, of course, because one can never have enough splatters. I'm going to add some black splatters, just again to tie that all in and to really make that dark heading like it was there on purpose. And of course, I'm not going to go too heavy-handed with the black splatters. That will sort of ruin the softness of the rest of the layout, but I think it really does add and make those peach colors pop off the page. I'm super happy with the way this one all came together. It was a really fun sketch to work with, and the monochromatic prompt, and of course the Kitaholic kit was just so seamless to work with. You could throw this stuff on the page and it would work out beautifully.